All right, guys. This video is going to be about dating site success with the Filipino. So, a lot of people ask, how did you meet? And then we say we met in 2022 on a dating site.
Yeah.
And we got married this August. And we met in person over a year ago, first time. So, well over a year ago. In, what was it, 2023?
2022.
When did
June
we meet?
2022.
So we first met in 2023, in
Yeah.
July. And
1 week, one
So-
year chatting.
1 year of chatting.
Yeah.
And we both had dating site profiles. And we both chatted other people, me more than Karen. And so we're going to give you some takeaways, some lessons for how to succeed on a dating sites with the Filipino. Number one, talk to a lot of girls. Cut off any of them that ask for money, especially right away. I mean, if you're to the point where you're planning a trip and you're going to meet her and she needs money to handle logistical things, that's okay. But what I'm saying is, don't send the money for the sick Carabao. Don't send don't send money for things like that. If it's money to help with your logistics when you get there, that's okay. And money to help with maybe to do video calling, sometimes load, that's okay too, after a while, not right away, because a lot of them are fishing for that stuff right off. They're just trying to get a few bucks. So the most important thing is, when you present yourself on the dating site, you don't want to present yourself as being rich and successful and those kinds of things. If you want to attract the right kind of girl, you need to present yourself as being,
Your
personality. Put your personality forward, but don't present yourself as being a rich Westerner. If you do that, you're going to attract the wrong kind. You want to make it clear that you can keep a roof over your head and you can provide food, but beyond that, you don't want to be a rich guy. You don't want those girls to think you're rich. And as soon as they start asking for money consistently, then you got to cut them off. Those are bad ones. Then you got to make sure you have a common goals. You got to make sure, find out if the girl wants kids. If you want kids and the girl wants kids, good. If you don't want kids and the girl does, bad. Don't go that way. So you want to match up on the issue of children. You want to match up on the issue of which country are you going to live in. Are you going to live in her country? Or are you going to live in your country? Are you going to live in her country for a little while and then go to your country? You got to figure out which country you're going to stay in. And you got to make sure the religious question: do you both go to the same church? Is that important to you? You got to make sure if you're not very religious, and you find a girl that is, you might have some problems. So and there's all types here. So you can find a girl that matches you, whether you're very religious or you're not religious. Find a girl that matches with your religious background. For Karen and I, because we were both raised on farms, we both had a farming background, and we both wanted to continue with that in the future. So that was something that we could talk about for a long time. We could talk about cattle and chickens and crops and all that kind of stuff. And there was a point of commonality between us. So you might want to find a girl that you have things in common with. Or maybe you're not a farmer and your girl is. It helps if you're interested in farming. You don't have to be an expert farmer or anything, but if you're open to it and your girl likes farming, then you have some commonality, some common interest that you can pursue. And that'll help a lot too. Another thing is money. Make sure you have a lot of couples have issues here because of money. And you want to make sure that you have the whole money issue resolved before you even go. Is she going to work? If she's going to work, the hours here in the Philippines are much more than in the U.S. So if she's going to work, she's going to be gone for a long time. You're going to have to cope with that. The other thing is, if you're going to provide, it's probably going to be a better deal if you're going to provide, especially if you're coming here to like family formation, you want to have kids. It's probably better you plan on bringing enough to survive. But you can work it out where Karen's a school teacher, and if she wanted to teach school, she could do that, and it would probably be okay if I had something else to do, if I was like farming. But for now, that's not the route we want to take. Look at the girl's family. I mean, okay, if the girl's family is like, if they're like petty criminals or, you know, always borrowing money or always, you know, drinking during the daytime hours, you might want to skip that girl. So definitely you want to ask about her family, kind of feel out and see what kind of family members she has.
Family background is important also, guys.
Yeah, one bad family member can spoil everything. And I've been very much lucked out with my wife because her family is excellent, no trouble at all. And that's one of the things that really attracted me to her, was that her family had a stellar background, all of them. The friends of your girl. Does she have a lot of friends? Sometimes girls that have a lot of friends have a lot of friends because they can't think for themselves. So they're very much subjected to the group think. They let the group do their thinking for them. And you don't want your relationship and your marital issues to be debated amongst your girl's group before she can make a decision. You know, when she decides how she feels about her self-esteem and your relationship, you don't need her to go back to the group and they all kind of take a little vote, have a plebiscite about your relationship. So a really independent girl that is not going to have a lot of friends because she doesn't need them to reaffirm her life's choices. She doesn't need her life's choices reaffirmed by the group. But then again, you know, if a girl does have a group of friends and they're, you know, that can be a good thing too. It depends on the girl. So if she is a girl with a lot of friends, you're going to need to investigate the friends and see what kind of lives they're living. You know,
if the friends is
if they're
good or bad.
Yeah, if her friends are into clubbing and you know, got a lot of boyfriends and stuff like that, well, you probably might need to pass. That's what I'm thinking, guys. Karen has friends, but she doesn't have a lot of friends, and she certainly doesn't have a group because Karen's independent, and the group think thing just doesn't go with her because she does her own thing. She doesn't care what the group thinks. When she thinks something needs to be done or something doesn't need to be done, or she does not go for the group. She can be all by herself and oppose the group. So I lucked out there. I don't even have to care what kind of friends she has because she's not a group thinker. Nobody's going to tell her what to think about herself. She don't care. She don't care.
Is my family only.
If they're like, if the group is like, oh, you just married that foreigner for his money, now it's time to take all his money and dump him. She don't care because number one, she doesn't have that kind of group, and number two, if she did, she wouldn't listen to him anyway.
Because I cannot compare my life to them because each of us have different paths. So I just
different values.
Yeah.
You've been raised right up here in the mountains, and your values just doesn't, you know, they are what they are. You don't need to consult a group to do your thinking for you. That's one of the reasons we're so successful. And another thing, guys, make sure you video call early because there are scammers on there.
Most important, guys.
Yeah, there are scammers on there, and they are fishing for money. And if they can get away with it, they'll just send fake photos, and then they'll say that their Carabao is sick and try to get you to send money, or they need load. They'll say they can't video call unless they have money for load.
Oh my God.
Well, that's their gig. That's their whole scam. They're just asking money for load, and then you give it to them, and then they move on to the next guy.
Before, guys, I am buying a load also, but I'm not asking to James to buy me a load.
Yeah. So if you're chatting with a girl and she says she needs money to video call with you, go to the next one.
How much is the load?
I don't know. They ask for quite a lot. Some of them ask for $50.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they'll ask for $50 or $100, and they'll say it's for load. Some of the ones I was chatting, definitely.
It's cheap.
And then if you start chatting a girl, she'll say her phone's broke.
Oh my God.
And then if you send her money for her broken phone, she'll say the phone's broke again.
Oh my God.
So, and then you gotta ascertain the gold diggers and the visa hunters.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of them. They can do the video call. They can sound reasonable, but at the end of the day, they're just looking for a visa or they're gold digging, and you pretty much over time, a gold digger, like I chatted with Karen for a year. A gold digger is going to be chatting other guys too. They won't be exclusive to you, so you're going to kind of want to do a little spy work and find out if she's chatting other guys, You got to make sure that the girl's giving you access to her social media.
And phone also.
When I got here, Karen had total access to my phone. I've got total access to her phone and social media. I can see whatever she's posting and who she's chatting with anytime I want, and vice versa. So, the gold digger is going to usually give themselves away because they're chatting more than one person. And if you do your due diligence, you'll find that out. The visa hunter, now that's another story. All she's going to think about is that visa. And I had the opposite problem with Karen. I wanted her to get a K-1 visa, and she wouldn't get a K-1 visa because, I don't know, maybe she's scared of me. Maybe she wants me to come here and prove myself in her country.
Yeah.
So she wanted to get married here. She did not want a K-1 and go back to the U.S. So I literally quit my job and came here because of Karen. One of the reasons was because Karen is so perfect match for me, and she's worth the effort. So I know she's not a gold digger, and I know she's not a visa hunter. She's been totally loyal. So the other thing is, a lot of people have issues with the age gap, and not all, but some Western women have a problem with that.
There?
No, it's not common, and they have a lot of Western women have a problem with that, and some Western guys. But the thing is, a lot of these ladies here are looking for maturity. They want a guy that is more not quick to temper, has life experience, and can provide stability. And that's what the older guy provides over the young guy. We've got there's a 20-year age gap between Karen and I, and what I bring to the table is I have experience, and I don't have a hot temper anymore. I did at one time, and I bring stability and the knowledge and experience, and all that. I transfer all that information to her, and so she's like.
I am learning from him, guys.
So you talk now. Tell them what about the age gap? Does it make a difference? What about the visa hunters? What about the gold diggers? Give our audience advice. How do they avoid a gold digger on the dating sites?
Communication. If the girl is a gold digger, if asking about the material things, she's always different.
So she wants to see your financials.
Yeah.
You might have a problem.
Yeah.
And what about the visa hunter?
Visa hunter is they want the girls from here in Philippines want to go to.
Those are pretty. I think the visa
US
hunters are pretty obvious.
To get work and to get money, and for me it's not important for me because I can earn money here in Philippines also without going to other country.
Yeah, Karen.
If I can go to Jim's country only, guys, is to meet his parents. I want to go to his country to meet his parents and also to be together with my husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. That's pretty much all that's on the top of my mind as far as succeeding on the dating sites. A lot of people say that the dating site is not the way to go.
And,
Come to the
remember,
Philippines.
guys, that the age doesn't matter, guys.
She says age doesn't matter. There's a 20-year gap between us, so.
Because the way we bond with my husband, guys, is the same. I don't feel that it's there's a gap. I feel like.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's a gap
Yeah.
either because maybe I just act younger. I don't know, but I like a lot of activities, mountain climbing and motorcycle riding and stuff like that. So it worked out for us.
Adventure.
Yeah, I'm not very sedentary in that regard. So I was going to say though about the visa thing. The visa hunters are really obvious because that's all they talk about. That's their number one focus when you're chatting them is how to get the visa. It seemed like they were really obsessed with it. But there is a lot of girls on there that don't care about a visa and they don't ever want to leave the Philippines. Okay, they want a relationship with a guy that's mature and that can provide stability. And if you can do that and you are compatible on all these other points we talked about, you're going to succeed. A lot of people say that to come over here and meet a girl and meet them in person, that can work. But a lot of you are going to there's a lot of attractive girls here, a lot, and there's a big danger for I think a lot of guys. You come here to the Philippines and you just mingle, and you're gonna go at the first really attractive girl you find rather than the one that's compatible up here,
Yeah.
and that can be a source of a lot of problems for a lot of guys. You almost have an advantage if you choose a girl off the dating site because you can vet them. I spent a lot of time vetting girls on the dating site, and Karen's never had a boyfriend before me, right?
No.
So you come here in person, and good luck finding a girl that doesn't have a boyfriend before, it's things like that. So there are advantages to the dating sites. It gives you a chance to vet a lot of girls in your own time, and it gives you a chance not to put.
It takes time, guys.
Not to let a beautiful girl sweep you off your feet, so to speak, and then and then you forget about all the other list of things we've been talking about here. You just, she's beautiful, you hit it off, and the rest is going to be maybe history.
It takes time, guys.
It takes time, yeah.
Yeah, you should not stay in that only one girl that focusing like that. You can chat other girls to find out who's the best one.
Yeah, if they come here, it's
you.
going to be another problem, though. Yeah, because if they come here without having a girl chose one, it's gonna. There's going to be girls at the airport. There's going to be girls at the mall. There's going to be girls
your eyes and your head will.
Yeah, it's good luck.
That I want this, all of this.
See, I had a good year to vet Karen before we met in person, and that's how I was 100% certain of Karen, because I knew from chatting her, there's things you can't fake. So when you chat a person for that long, talk to them, video call, there's things that can't be faked very easily. So, well, that's all, guys. Anything else to say, Ed?
No, it's complete.
It's complete.
Complete.
Okay, well, I was talking over you a little bit and interrupting, so I want to make sure you got a chance to say anything. That you're good.
You're good.
All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, just ask them in the comments, and we'll respond to you. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone.